tell me a little bit about your career within that firm. I guess you start doing basic drafting and you start engaging into other more important tasks.
Yeah, actually, it's quite funny. The first day I came to work, they basically threw the building code in front of me and they said, read it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I read it for about a week, I think. And I thought, oh, God, this job is so boring. I don't know if I'm going to survive.
Oh, yeah.
And then like my third week, they gave me a coffee shop that was going to be built in the Outer Banks. Talk about one of the most difficult projects,
oh my gosh,
right
yes.
off the water. Yeah. And they let me run with it. And that's kind of what I loved so much about Stroud Pence from the beginning was they let me learn every aspect of structural engineering, not just the analytical side. It was really, I got to work on the fee proposal. I knew what the budget was. They introduced me to the client. And this is when I'm 21.
Wow.
They were really trusting me to learn every aspect of how to run a project.
Yeah, that's very important. Usually, any career, I think, in the design world, depending on the size of the firm, sometimes you get just relegated to do certain kind of task over and over again. And it's been like 5 years and you haven't talked to a client. So I think that was really good. Understanding from their part that you had the potential to give you access to those opportunities. And then from your side to embrace those opportunities because sometimes people don't do that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it did further my career quicker because of that ability, I believe, because in 2008, when the economy started going downhill, the Raleigh office for Stroud Pence was up to 12 people. And when I started, we were at 4. So we were growing, which was really exciting. But in 2008 to 2010, we got down to 4 people. And I asked myself, I'm like, why am I one of the last people standing here?
Right.
Like, what is it about me at this point in my career? Because I had just passed the SE. There was a lot more qualified people that were working there that were getting laid off. And that's when I realized really kind of a talent that set me aside from above other people in the industry, which was my ability to communicate and to connect with clients and with other consultants and with contractors and all of that. So in 2000, let's see, what year was it? It's 2010 when we were down to 4 people. And that's when I clicked on the idea behind Lynch Mykins. It was really the business plan that I was thinking about starting and leaving in 2010.
Yeah. So at that point, you have been with that firm with how many years? 7?
Yeah.
And what do you think was the breaking point in your mind when you said, I need to start my own firm? What triggered that decision?
So I felt like the business was not being run well, to be honest. And when you see a company as a 20-some-year-old go from 12 to 4 and everyone's getting laid off, you're like, okay, why am I on this sinking ship?
Yeah.
Right. Do I want to wait till they decide to let me go and it goes under? Or do I just want to go and start my own thing?
Right.
I felt like it was a great opportunity to just kind of say, all right, the economy's not great, but if I can manage it, this is a great time to start a business. So I did end up telling them that I was leaving. And they said, well, why don't you run the Raleigh office? And I thought to myself, well, great. They're going to pay me to see if the idea I have behind a structural engineering firm can work. Right. And I said, I promised myself I would basically write my business plan, run the Raleigh office, implement it for 5 years and see if it was successful and get all the training I can possibly get out of those 5 years on how to run a business, because the Raleigh office was a separate financial entity. So they were basically giving me free business training.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I did. So I built the Raleigh office I let one person go. Like they promoted me to run the office and I went into this office and I said, you're fired.
Yeah.
Because she didn't match what I was trying to build.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Get the right people on the bus.
That's right. So I don't have any fear. It's a problem.
Yeah.
And the Raleigh office, in 5 years, we were the most financially stable office and also the largest in the company. That's when I knew what I was really trying to create really worked. But it gave me that 5 years of trial by fire,
Yeah.
which was really great. So then in 2016, I told them that I was leaving Stroud Pence.